Alright, welcome back to the RBL, and we are at the biggest game of the season, the mid-season all-star game between the RBL and the NLBL, the Next Level Basketball League. So major shout out to Sean, who is a creator of the NLBL. He was inspired by me with the creation of RBL and made his own basketball league as well. And he came up with the idea to do this league versus league all-star game. So the link to his channel is in the description. It's officially time to see which league comes out victorious. The NLBL is a brand new league in their first season and have been trending in popularity, and they ultimately got to a point where they're collaborating now with the Rebel Basketball League, so major props to them, and we'll see if they have what it takes to compete with the RBL. And if we look at the betting line for this game, I mean, it's pretty interesting as the RBL are massive favorites to win, but we could very well see an upset. I hope not. You know, it would look pretty bad if we lose to, first season league. They're still in their first season, so if we lost to them, it wouldn't be a good look on us. But let's check out the players for Team NLBL. The best player on this team is Dikembe Mutombo Jr., who, like his father, he's a legitimate paint piece. Along with him, there's also Jeremiah Casillas, Dono Longley, Tyshawn Kamen, Darius Waters, Paris Kane, Sidney Lowe, Carlton Richardson, AJ Raven, JR Andrews, JP Young, and then lastly, Mac Barry Carroll. And representing the RBL will be James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Zach Edey, Jarrett Culver, Mike James, Ben Simmons, Elijah Patterson, Andrew Jasquez, Bol, D Rose, Dwight Howard, and then Imani Bates. Alright guys, let's now head into the first ever historic RBL versus NLBL game. Alright, we are officially here, and so let's probably go over the rules of this game. So basically, it's basically like an NBA game. If you're familiar with the RBL, then you know that it's a little different. It's a 30-second shot clock, it's 10-minute quarters, and hand checking is allowed. However, in this game, it's going to be 5-minute quarters, 4 or 5-minute quarters, so that y'all are able to actually watch the entire game. Because uploading, 4 12-minute quarters is just a lot of, space on a storage. So we're going to do a 4 or 5-minute quarter so that you're able to watch the entire game. So I think y'all appreciate that. But also, it's basically, like I said, it's basically an NBA game. 24-second shot clock. Hand checking is not allowed. So yeah, we'll see how the players of the RBL can adjust to this, because they're used to some, gritty, low-scoring games, and then it's the polar opposite with the NLBL. They basically play regular, NBA games. There's no real rules changes going on here, but we're in the game. So the NLBL have the first possession. Let's see what they can do with the ball. And here is JR Andrews getting to the paint. Easy look there. I'm not worried. It's only the first basket. Maybe we're just slow starters. I'm not nervous at all. I mean, there's not a lot on the line if we lose or not. It's just bragging rights, right? Yeah, totally. But there's Zach Edey there. Now, a pick and roll between him and James Harden is stupid. Like, that should not exist. That's probably what the RBL team is going to use the entire game, because that's lethal. Zach Edey is a monster to paint, and James Harden can light you up from anywhere. But there's a nice pick and roll to Dikembe Mutombo Jr. Very cool hair. Clint Capella, Dennis Schroeder-esque. A big slam in there for him. And hopefully he can, really break out in this game. There's a lot of people watching this game, and he's been very good in the NLBL so far, so he could definitely attract more of a fan base if he does well in this game. There's Zach Edey missing the post hook. That's not a good sign, but he gets a steal and gets the basket there second time around. There's a good sign there. We can't have Zach Edey missing, his bunny shots. I mean, he's lethal in the paint. We need him to have a good game to win. But do we though? I mean, we have a lot of good players. We have James Harden, so I mean, this game should be close. And if it is, then props to the NLBL. I really wish them the best. Sean is a really cool guy, and he helped set this game up. And I wish the best for his channel. So definitely make sure to go subscribe. The link will be in the description. He also has a Discord, just like the RBL. And he's making it to where he's gonna put your custom players in there. But there's Zach Edey getting the foul, a chance to get 2 free throws there. And that's good for us. We put an early foul onto Dikembe Mutombo Jr., so he'll probably be out for maybe till next quarter, possibly. So that's great for us. So we'll see how the NLBL can respond. And also, this is the yeah. So next episode will be probably the last episode before we get into the playoffs, actually, because this is the mid-season video, and then next episode will be like pretty close to the end of the season. So I think next episode we'll get the last teams that haven't played a second time. I'm trying to get it to where in this season all the teams play a second time. They're featured in a video. I believe the teams that we need to go over, like the Sparrows, Firebirds, need to play again. There's other teams I can't think of, but those are two for sure that need to play a second game. I believe also the four. So we'll get those teams in there in the next video. But for now, we still gotta enjoy the biggest video, probably the RBL so far. Obviously, not the first video was just massive, but I mean, this is a huge game between two top non-NBA teams. But there's a good 3 from AJ Raven, who looks a lot like LiAngelo Ball, and but he's probably much better than him. Definitely more consistent. And speaking of LiAngelo Ball, he hasn't been playing well. He's hasn't been getting many minutes on the Bulldogs, so we'll see what he does for free agency coming up. But here's James Harden, who loses the ball. Wow. And we have the Team NLBL in transition, and yeah, easy bucket for them there. There's AJ Raven, LiAngelo Ball getting to go there, but not a good sign. I am not worried. We're down by 4, but there's really nothing to worry about. Okay, we got Ben Simmons in the post. Yeah, he gets it there, of course. So confident. We're not gonna lose, right? But they're up too. 12-10 NLBL so far. So see how we can finish the quarter. Hopefully coming out with the lead. And that does not help our case. There's a solid pick and roll there. We're fine, okay? We're fine. James Harden, he's going to heat up eventually. We still got Zach Edey. He's in the post here. See what he can do. He kicks it to Westbrook, who gives it to Imani Bates. Westbrook sets a pick. Actually, a double screen there. Bates throws it up. Can't get it to go, but luckily Edey gets the offensive board. Gives it to Westbrook and gets it to go. That was a beautiful play there. That's how you make the most out of second chance points. Westbrook's getting hyped. That's what we need. We need some hype. And definitely Westbrook's going to bring that for us. I'm curious to see if the NLBL will have a player like Westbrook that can just energize his teammates up. Here's Raven in the post. And wow, gets it to go. He's having a quick start so far. Gets it over Ben Simmons too, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, Raven's like 6'7", Ben Simmons is like 6'11", so tough shot there for Raven. Give Harden dribbling out the rest of the clock. See what the RBL can do. Give the Zach Edey in the post. That's always a good play, and gets it to go there. Great hook shot from Zach Edey. Now I feel much better about this start of the game. Ooh, that almost went in. But it's pretty solid first quarter. Started a little slow, but we picked it up. And I feel good so far. I'm not worried at all. You can't tell it from my voice. Not worried at all. Because I mean, it'll be pretty bad if we lost. I think immediately everybody would just hop on to the NLBL. But here's some highlights from the first quarter. Westbrook with the good 3-point shot there. Yeah, pretty solid opening. Both teams played really well. I'm honestly pretty impressed by the players of the NLBL so far. They are definitely not afraid of this moment. They're not afraid of the RBL players, and that's concerning. They should be, but they're not. And the Rebel Basketball League, they have the first possession of the second quarter. 3 more to go, or 2 more, however which way you look at that. But Westbrook pulls up, can't get it to go. He's not gonna make many of those, but every once in a while he'll get a good 3. But transition, we got lucky there. Almost had an easy transition bucket. See what Westbrook can do. Actually, that's Mike James, who almost turns it over. Yikes. Here's Elijah Patterson of the Nashville Stars. Gives it to the Imani Bates, who's a starting small forward for the Louisville Liberty. Gets it to go there. He's been great so far. He's definitely had one of the most improved seasons. He's playing like a star player, and I'm really impressed with Imani Bates so far in the RBL. And Mike James decides to foul Tyshawn Kaman. So see if he can make the free throws here. Doesn't get the first one. So see if he can get the second one to go. And he does so. Doesn't totally hurt his team. He makes it a tied ball game here. Early in the second quarter of Team RBL versus Team NLBL. Westbrook, almost gets a 4-point play, but he manages to get himself a chance to make 3 free throws. Gets the first one to go. Hopefully he can get all of them. That'd be a huge play for the RBL. And can he get the third? Good job from Russell Westbrook there. Making me feel more comfortable so far. Let's see what the NLBL can do here. They run a mid-range pick and roll, which is pretty interesting. Doesn't work. Bol snatches it, and we have Westbrook in transition. Pretty scary. And gets it to go. Great play from Russell Westbrook there. Let's get some claps, guys. Team RBL, guys. Come on. Team RBL. See how Team NLBL can respond here. Here's Raven with the ball. Another pick and roll. Pulls up from mid-range and misses badly. Bol gets the rebound. And as he likes to do, he loves to go in transition with the ball. He's special for a 7'2" guy to do that. Here's Mike James, pick and roll Bol. Gives it to Bol and gets it to go. Solid pick and roll there from Mike James and Bol. Mike James of the Chicago Legacy, who are having a resurgence. They are definitely probably going to make the playoffs. So great job so far from the Legacy. But we're still early in the season. Who knows if they make it or not? But I definitely think they will. The teams on the bubble, definitely surprisingly the Lions. They're barely in the playoff picture. I think they're in the 15th spot. The Cavalry on the bubble. Same thing with the Firebirds. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens in the end of the season, to see what teams make the playoffs. In case you forgot, 16 teams are gonna make the playoffs this year. And the first 2 is 8, but since we added 4 more, we decided to change up the how we do the playoffs. It's gonna be kind of like a March Madness bracket. The 1 seed takes on 16, 2, 15, and so on. So that's how it's gonna work. But the RBL have had a tiny bit of a run here. I feel more confident here. See how the NLBL can do. Andrews pick and roll. Very good scorer. 3-level scorer for sure. There's Mutombo. Can't get it to go. Good rebound from Zach Edey there. Hopefully we can put another foul on Mutombo. That'd be huge for us. Here's Elijah Patterson on the perimeter. Probably going to give it to Jarrett Culver. Does so. See what Jarrett Culver can do. Gives it to Zach Edey in post. Mutombo. And yeah, Mutombo's a great defender. I mean, just like his dad. He's a great defender. Zach Edey's going to have a little trouble getting it over him whenever he has a ball. And the NLBL get the offensive rebound. There is a missed mid-range jump shot from Andrews. Elijah gives it to James Harden. And they do a pick and roll with Zach Edey. Gives it to Elijah. Gives it to Jarrett Culver. Jarrett Culver is he can do everything. He's having a great season for the Sparrows, even though the Sparrows aren't having that good of a season. They're on the playoff bubble as well. I forgot to mention them. I don't know why the Sparrows are doing so bad. I mean, they have Jimmer Fredette, Montrezl Harrell, obviously Jarrett Culver. Like, I don't know why they're doing bad. They're a great team, but they also have Kai Soto, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they're moving Kai Soto to the starting position. So I know that's gonna make a lot of people happy. A lot of people are excited to see Kai Soto play in the RBL, and he's gonna be the starting center for the Sparrows now. So congrats to him. All right, it's still a close game. Let's see what the teams can do. And wow, that was honestly, that was pretty sick. I can't lie. That was sick alley-oop. The NLBL belong. I can't lie. They belong. They are making it close with the RBL so far. and they decide to foul Zach Edey there. And let's take a look at this block again. Great block shot by Bobo. It's not going to be that easy. You know, the RBL plays a lot of defense, so... Or actually, my bad. That was a... Zach Edey went out of bounds. That was on foul. But the RBL, they play a lot of defense in their league. It's a lot of slow pace, grit and grind kind of games. Every team's basically the Memphis Grizzlies, but with much better offense. So that's a pretty good comparison. And by the Grizzlies, I mean, like, you know, the Tony Allen, Marcus Saul, Zach Randolph, Mike Conley, Chandler Parsons, you know, Grizzlies. But we are headed to halftime, and the RBL are up by 7, 28-21. And so both teams are playing really well. It's definitely low scoring. They're not making every shot. It's not like a typical all-star game where nobody's playing defense. This means a lot for both leagues. I mean, if the NLBL can get a win, that is massive for their league. That is so many more eyes are going to want to go to their league. Not even if they win. If they make it close, like it's great for their league. And for the RBL, it's just appreciation for basketball, giving love to other smaller leagues. But if we do lose, then you know, we may have some people hop on to the you know, NLBL. Oh gosh, wow, that was a nasty block there. I don't know why Ben Simmons tried to pull it from mid range. Just give it to someone else when the shot clock's dwindling. But that was a nasty block there. Can't lie about that one. But we're now in the second half, third quarter. Start of third quarter. Not a good start. Ben Simmons got swatted there. Alright, see what the NLBL can do. They decide to give it to Darius Waters. Can't get it to go. But luckily, they got Dikembe Mutombo Jr. Gets the offensive rebound. Very tall and lengthy for the center position. He's going to be hard to deal with. I actually think he might be playing a bit of power forward. I don't think he was starting as center. I think that was Longley who was starting center. So I think he's even power forward. So that's rough for like Ben Simmons, Elijah Patterson to deal with. But they get the steal there, and there's a great dunk from Jeremiah Casillas. He got the steal on Harden and dunked in transition. Not very easy to do. Harden is a great ball handler, although I do believe he holds the record for the most turnovers in an NBA game. But we're not gonna worry about that. He's a different man in the RBL. He's not gonna do that every possession. Casillas isn't gonna get it that easy next time. But here's Westbrook in the corner. Harden does a pick and roll for him. Pretty interesting there. Westbrook pulls up from mid-range. Can't get it to go. Casillas with the rebound. See what the NLBL can do in transition. Alright, they decide to run a pick and roll. Long way there. Ooh. Well, good block there from Zach Edey. And we have Jarrett Culver in transition. Decides to slow it down. As the RBL like to do, slow the games down. Play at their tempo. Here's Harden. Misses the kind of fading mid-range, kind of weird shot there. Not easy to make there. Alright, it's Casillas in the paint. Picks up the dribble. Good defense from Jarrett Culver there. But there's Longley. Can't get the mid-range shot to go from the big man. Alright, Jarrett Culver drives in. Gets the foul. Can't get the N1, but manages to get 2 free throws. Misses the first one. Can't be doing that, man. We need every bucket in this game. These NLBL players are scrappers, so we need every chance we can get to score. But he gets a second free throw, so not bad from Jarrett Culver there. All right, still kind of tight. So let's see. Bad shot there. Bad shot there. That made me stop my sentence. I don't even know what I was gonna say. That was a bad shot, but. We got James Harden the ball. Gives it to Ben Simmons, who gives it to Zach Edey. And gets it over to Dikembe Mutombo Jr. Tough shot there. Green release. The NLBL called timeout. So great stuff there from the RBL team. It is currently a 3-point game in the middle of the third quarter. And let's see how the game plays out. It's been a tight game. It's been pretty exciting to watch. Speaking of exciting, there's a great alley-oop there to AJ Raven, facilitated by Darius Waters. who's one of the best guards in the entirety of the NLBL. So great, a little showcase there of what he can do. And AJ Raven's definitely showing what he can do. He's been a great small forward this game. But there was a great dunk there from Zach Edey. Kind of interesting there. Rotated his body, interesting angle, but hey, it worked. I don't know. If I was 7'4", I wouldn't know how to move either. Weird dunk there, but it worked. Alright, let's see what Andrews can do. Decides to give it off. They decide to do a pick and roll with Waters. Will he decide to score there? Can't get it to go. From the lefty, Waters. Here's the RBL in transition. A little interesting spin there from Ben Simmons, getting a little fancy. We have Zach Edey in the post. Throws up a bad shot. Can't get the offensive rebound. So it's the NLBL in transition. But luckily James Harden is able to get to the steal. Can he go all the way is the question. He can't. Tough defense there from the NLBL. Want to win this game. They want to win this game. It mean a lot for their the league if they were to do so. As they are down by 6, see if they can cut into the RBL lead. Longley can't get it to go. Ben Simmons with the rebound, and they're running in transition. There was a good alley-oop there to James Harden. Great chemistry there from Ben Simmons and James Harden. Good stuff there. Needed that. They were we were pulling away a little bit, but I'm not very comfortable with a 6-point lead. We managed to get it to 8 there. Great stuff from the RBL. They give it to Waters. See what Waters can do with the ball. So I give it to Andrews. Pick a roll with Longley. Pulls up. Can't get it to go. He's been cold so far. He's normally a good 3-way scorer in the NLBL, but is struggling so far in this game. Definitely not what his team needs right now, as the RBL are starting to heat up. But Longley, no. Zach Edey manages to recover. Just when you think, they get this energizing play, the RBL managed to recover. And that does it with the third quarter. One more to go. RBL are in the lead right now, but you never know what can happen. The NLBL can go on a crazy run. You just never know. Especially if a team hungry like this, full of talented players as well. We're seeing that this team is really talented. But the RBL obviously have more talent. Maybe the NLBL have more heart. I doubt it. I love my RBL players. They have so much heart. I'm not biased at all. Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's see how the NLBL can respond. Down by 10. They can't cut into the lead. Let's see what the RBL can do with the 10-point advantage in the start of the fourth quarter. I imagine though they might start the cruise, but I'd hope they continue to still be aggressive. It's better to be aggressive than like scared to play. Missed a jump shot there from Mike James, who hasn't done a lot this game. Pretty disappointing, but he's been playing well for the Legacy. If you're not familiar with Mike James, he's the all-time leading EuroLeague scorer. So he's a fantastic scoring point guard who's playing well for the Chicago Legacy. Alright, RBL have the ball. Culver gives it to Edey, gets it to go. Good shot there. They're now up by 12 on the NLBL. And we have Mac Barry Carroll coming up with the ball. Gives it to Paris Kane. Drives through Zach Edey and gets the chance for 2 free throws. Good drive there by Paris Kane. Gets past Zach Edey. Not good to do. Zach Edey he has really good sense for recovery with his blocks. You can definitely get past him, but his recovery is really good. So good stuff there from Paris Kane. Gets the first free throw to go. And gets the second one to go. Good job from the forward/center Paris Kane of the Next Level Basketball League. Alright, we have Waters with the ball. Decides to give it to Barry Carroll. Gives it back to Waters, see if he can make it. Can't get it to go. They're running a little dry. They haven't had a lot of jump shots being made. It's been a lot of free throws as they're scoring lately. Zach Edey gives it to Jarrett Culver. See what Culver can do with the ball here. Probably going to do a post shot. Nope, they give it to Jasquez. Andrew Jasquez misses it, but luckily Edey gets the rebound. and gets fouled in the process. Waters decides to foul him there. Can't really blame him. Can Edie make it? Gets the first one to go. And gets the second one to go. Good stuff there from Zach Edie. Alright, will we see a comeback from the NLBL? Here's Waters with the ball. See what he can do. Gives it to Longley in the paint. And can't get it to go, unfortunate. It's hard to score in Zach Edie. 7'4". Here's Westbrook in the corner. Gives it to Ben Simmons, who has a mismatch on Waters. Can he get a hook to go? Good shot there. Good recognition from Westbrook seeing the mismatch. Ben Simmons had Darius Waters on him. Instant score there. Pick a roll with Dikembe Mutombo Jr. Can't find them. But Andrews decides to pull up. Can't get it to go. Kind of a bad shot there. You don't like those close shot jump shots. They don't always go in, especially in 2K, that's for sure. Culver looks like he's going to give it to James Harden. Does so. See what Harden can do with the ball here. Pick and roll with Zach Edie. Ooh, nice pass to Zach Edie. That was a little flashy. That had a little flair on it. Good stuff there. Forced the NLBL to call a timeout. And it's looking like the RBL are going to win the first ever league clash. But you just never know. They decided to give it to Jeremiah Casillas. Decides to do a pick and roll with Dikembe Mutombo Jr. Good idea there. Great pass to Mutombo. And that was an excellent dunk from Dikembe Mutombo Jr. You know, I may have to, when free agency happens, I may have to, make some negotiations with him. See what teams are wanting him. Now, this is not tampering, I promise. It's just a joke. I'm just playing a character. Alright, Russell Westbrook has the ball for the RBL. Pick and roll with Jarrett Culver. And very interesting lob. No one was there for an alley-oop. Little error there from Westbrook. But there is Andrews there with the great dunk. Finally getting the shot to go. He's been struggling this game, so good job from Andrews there. They decide to start pressing the RBL. They get some kind of turnover. Get some easy scoring opportunities. I don't think the RBL are going to allow it. Here's James Harden. Pulls up from 3. That was a good shot. Can't get it to go. There's still life. They are running. They're playing hard. Oh, that was a great spin from, I believe that was Casillas. No, that's, that's Casillas there. Great shot. All right. James Harden with the ball. He's the guy you want the ball in the hands this late into a game. Probably one of the most clutch players in the entire RBL. Speaking of clutch players, oh, nope. Wasn't clutch there. Zach Edie gets denied. And Waters with the good pull-up jumper. Starting to heat up a little bit, the NLBL. Starting to have a little more life. But will they with the time left? Not sure. Here's Jarrett Culver, see what he can do with the ball. Gives it to James Harden, who needs some Gatorade in him. He's played a lot of minutes this All-Star game. Pulls up from 3. Nope, decides to pass it. And that may be the nail in the coffin for the NLBL as Zach Edie ferociously slams it in the paint. And I'm gonna call an early victory. That was a fantastic game, and I really respect all the players of the NLBL. They played fantastic. Weren't scared of the RBL at all, and they're only gonna get better. I mean, this is their first batch of players ever. Like, just think of the first batch of players for the NBA. Not good, So I'm very impressed. I think you should be impressed with the NLBL as well, the next level basketball league. However, the RBL are the end-all be-all. Wow, I don't know if that was a terrible or a good joke at all. But the Rebel Basketball League win the first ever league clash against the next level basketball league. Fantastic game. Zach Edie was the player of the game. And, fans of the NLBL should not be ashamed. They play really well. They still made it a 9-point game against a team that is honestly much better than them. So, I mean, honestly, I could definitely see them putting up a much better fight next season. Honestly, I might be a little scared. They could beat the RBL. Who knows? Hopefully, we'll get both Kyrie and Klay Thompson into the draft. Hopefully, Kyrie doesn't see this game and decide, hey, maybe I might go to the NLBL. That'd be pretty unfortunate. But it seems like Klay Thompson for sure wants to stay. So yeah, I mean, we'll find out in the off season eventually. But that does it with the first ever league clash between the Rebel Basketball League and the Next Level Basketball League. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, thank you to Sean for setting this all up. And make sure to subscribe for more RBL content. Thank you guys.